Your pain is priceless. And I'm going to show in this video basically what I mean. But for me and my story, I found that when I was going through that dark period of depression after being in the hospital and being sick so much, that people would be kind-hearted and say things like, oh, it'll be fine, or just, keep moving forward, da-da-da. And it was hard for me. And one day I remember exactly where I was. I was driving in the car and I had pulled over because something else had happened. And I had a little pity party moment where I'm like, what? I've been through so much and now I have to deal with that. And I had this thought that your pain is priceless, and that no one had in the process had ever acknowledged the pain of all the loss that I had been through. No one had ever acknowledged all of the loss that I had been through. And here's what I mean by your pain is priceless, is that when something happens to you that's a painful experience, something very precious and priceless is taken from you without your permission. So it could be a relationship, it could be your income, it could be your sense of security, it could be your innocence. Something is taken from you that is so priceless without your permission, and you're just left with that. And that's why a lot of times we live like this, because we don't want anything else to happen. We don't want anything else taken from us that's meaningful. And I had that recognition that no one had acknowledged my pain and said, I'm so sorry for what you're going through. And just that simple phrase. So if you know someone who's struggling maybe with cancer, just saying, I'm so sorry you're sick, instead of you'll get healthy, keep trusting, those kinds of things. That basic acknowledgement is so monumental for people. And same to you, that if you are going through something difficult right now, I just want to say that I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry that you're struggling with that right now, whatever it is that's happened to you. We can either live like this so that nothing else is taken, or we can choose to give our pain away. And what I mean by that is that I had a choice. Like, I could stay like this, in my family, it's like a drunk uncle who comes home at night and watches TV and drinks beer and is angry at the world because he's living like this. I didn't want to be that. So I had to make a choice to move forward, and I'll explain in another video about how I did that. But I had to make that choice, and I chose to give my pain away. And what it's given me in return has been priceless. I would not be doing what I'm doing today. I would not have met the people that I've met. I wouldn't have gotten to travel to places that I do when I speak, because I chose to give what I learned away. I chose to be vulnerable and authentic about my story. And what it's given me in return is so priceless. It's so priceless. So I have a demonstration that kind of shows what I'm talking about. So I have this little heart here, and sometimes things just happen, like it could be, oh, that's loud. It could be, a bad relationship. It could be your health. COVID with 2020, lots. And what we want to do, our natural instinct, is to take all that and cover it up and protect ourselves. And we don't want anybody to see our vulnerability. And so we just become one of those people. This is a little loud. So sorry. We become like just one of those people who's all bound up and scared to have relationships and scared to do things because we want that protection. But there is another choice. When the bad things happen, if you choose to give your pain away, what I have in here are these little lights. Sometimes with our pain and our vulnerability, and also just parts of our true self that we've been hiding for a while, if we choose to give our pain away, that light will shine through. That will come through to other people. And in exchange for that, it's a priceless gift to so many. So, I think about the people who have lost weight. They took control of their health, and it was a struggle for them. And then they now help other people do the same. So much of our purpose and the things that we're passionate about come from pain. It's the lessons that we learned. And so I think as we think about life and we think about being afraid and stress or going through a difficult time, to really rephrase that. To rephrase it as, this is awful, it's not right, it hurts, but I'm going to choose to use it for good. I'm going to choose to let that light from inside and be vulnerable and let it be a gift to anyone, including myself.